Stalking. Serial versus parallel stalking. The term gang in gangstalking evokes an image of a street gang all following someone in parallel, when in fact the gang is a large surveillance team who follow the target mostly in serial, taking it in turns to stalk them along their route, with a frequency of perhaps on average one new stalker per street. Surveillance teams will consist of at least 50 people in, for example, a city. The members of the team will take it in turns to stalk a target that is on the move street by street or location by location. This stalking will be done mainly in serial, i.e. they will line the target's route in a pass-the-baton fashion, though it can oftentimes be in parallel, i.e. multiple members of the surveillance team are surrounding the target at any one time. The guise of the surveillance teams. In order to attempt to make the stalking covert, the members of the surveillance team will be branded as regular members of the community, such as taxi drivers, delivery drivers, milk floats, in the early morning, motorbikes with L plates, joggers, cyclists, dog walkers, etc., and will try to blend into the rest of the community. The vehicles used are real company vehicles, such as taxis, that the company running the surveillance team will be paying the local company to use. Any type of vehicle or person that would be out and about traveling all over the place is a candidate for the disguising of the surveillance team members. This disguising allows the members of the surveillance teams to hide in plain sight. Any type of person or vehicle which would have a reason to be out and about driving all over the place will be a candidate. The members of the surveillance teams are mostly adults, but may also include young people, i.e. child spies. The fact that they are made to look like regular members of the community is why it is sometimes referred to as community stalking or community harassment. They never have a real purpose for being near the target, only a fake one. Surveillance role play, street theater. When trying to blend in, they will often act in order to appear convincing. A fake taxi, for example, will pretend to have passengers in the back of the taxi, when they are actually also members of the surveillance team. A fake taxi will also drop passengers off and pick them up in order to try to create the illusion of being real. Another person might be standing in the middle of the road with a phone to their ear, pretending to be on the phone. Another person may be near the target with the car bonnet flipped, pretending to fix their vehicle. The target notices the unlikely nature of this often very bad acting and how their world has suddenly changed from how it used to be, in terms of traffic flow and unlikely and strange things happening all along their journey, and most commonly refers to this continuous acting all along their route as street theater. Rotation of the surveillance teams around the country. It's likely that someone being stalked will attempt to track the number plates of the cars stalking them. In order to prevent this, the surveillance teams are rotated around the country, so that on each day there is a new surveillance team operating in a particular area. If the target attempts to track the number plates, therefore, it will be practically impossible. The effect of this rotation is that, over time, the individual will have literally thousands of stalkers going through the middle of their life. Color coordination and hand signals. Members of the surveillance team will sometimes color coordinate themselves, such as having mostly red or white vehicles, or all wearing items of red clothing. They will also use very subtle hand signal gestures to communicate with other members of the team, for example, indicating the target's position. Hand signals are a common form of communication in many industries, in everything from police and military to sport referees to crane operators. As they are subtle, these hand signals may only be visible when recording the members of the surveillance team with a camera with optical zoom. CCTV cameras used as an adjunct. There are not enough CCTV cameras to follow an individual 24/7, but they are linked in with a mobile surveillance system and are used as an adjunct. If the target on the watch list manages somehow to evade surveillance, they will be picked up again where CCTV cameras are located.